All right, man. What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. I hate talking. That's the thing I hate about talking to this shit. Like I'm talking like motherfuckers is ain't nobody watching this shit. Welcome to the 1124 show, man. This is episode 6. My name is Jose Contreras, and I'm here today with some good friends of mine. I'm gonna allow them to introduce themselves, just first and last name right now, y'all. We get to the rest later. Am I disrespectful?
Nah,
No,
you
hey,
good.
no, but say what you
Like,
I was watching YouTube videos. They would like introduce their social media at the end, but you know what? Fuck it, bro. Don't nobody watch.
Isaiah Dupart. Hello,
My man.
everybody.
Kyle Love,
Hey.
everybody.
Def, man.
You feel me? Giving out
Definitely.
governments out here, good alibis. Let everybody know where you at on a Sunday night. It was 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, thank you to everybody who's been paying attention to this shit. If you have been paying attention, every episode has been a little different than the other one. It's been a lot of fuck shit going on behind the scenes. But hey, man, we finally getting it together. Got a new location. Gonna have a new cast coming soon. But y'all ain't watching this shit anyway, so.
Hey, I think you got
feeling-
fans, dog.
You think I got a couple?
I think you got fans.
A couple, man. I'm trying. I don't get no retweets.
Ugh.
I be looking, bro. No, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes
Failing.
I get in my feelings about this shit because I be trying to get it to pop. Like, man, posting it, hey, retweet this shit, blah blah blah, just posting good content. Then nobody retweet. Then all of a sudden, motherfuckers want me to participate in their GoFundMe because you didn't get no goddamn life insurance. Hey, that's bitter. That's my fault. My bad.
Right, goddamn.
No, it do be a lot of bitches though. Yeah, I know y'all felt it. You ever been curved and then this bitch cousin go missing? And you be like, that's
No.
crazy. Like you ain't responding to my last text.
See,
I'm
that's
not-
only fucked up because a lot of people been going missing lately. So
Yeah,
that
hell
could be a
yeah.
little current.
Hella Amber Alerts and shit. Hella Amber Alerts.
Wow.
Yeah, hey man,
Scumbags.
Yeah.
Scumbags.
are y'all familiar with what the 1124 show? I know you said you watched the episode. Y'all familiar with the 1124 show?
I think I watched the one with you and was Ellis on there?
Okay.
And
Did you understand what the concept of 1124 is?
I don't know, you was doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, he was high.
No, you motherfucker.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
What you mean?
We
He's
was rolling
probably
a
high,
blunt.
too.
I was though. We was.
I saw that shit. He was trying to
Attempting to
roll.
roll the blunt.
Fucked up.
Oh,
You got hella mad and shit at
bruh.
the end.
He said,
Bro, I still don't know how to roll, man.
That's disappointing.
Because I need to learn how to roll because I be hitting the pipe. For one, it makes you look like a crackhead, and I kind of feel like one. I be hiding that shit and shit. Like if
Facts.
I be in the parking lot and people come back to their car, I'm like, damn.
like, that brother right there smoking crack.
Dude,
man.
hey,
Call
don't-
police.
Hey, don't let my car be dirty
Yeah.
neither. You're like, oh shit. Got a duffel bag in the back now, look homeless.
Right
You
on.
see this shit. But
Too bad.
I also I don't feel as high when I use the pipe, and I hate it. Like even sometimes, like I'll be like, oh, I'm smoking that gas right now. In reality, I really am smoking fumes because the fucking dust or the from the smoke in the pipe. I'm like, bruh, you ever taste that shit?
That's when you have to meet up with smokers and just let them take care of that shit.
I don't like depending on people though.
You gotta depend on some smokers.
Well, you
if you're
can't
not
roll a,
one.
you can't roll a blunt, so you got to depend on somebody.
Exactly.
And then there's that.
Or start dabbing or something.
No, I
Nah, I
can't.
don't get
That's
that
crackhead
nigga.
shit. No, I can't do
That's
it.
fucked
I mean, you're
up.
already on some crackhead shit at this point.
I'm on a pipe. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
Yeah, you can't say it like that, okay? You can't say it like that.
Yeah. already on it.
Man, who you think rolls better, men or women?
Men do
Women.
everything better, man.
Say
I'm
he is a guest.
I'ma
of
say
the
women.
show.
I'm gonna say women because they use their nails sometimes. You know when they get.
Yeah, no,
Crackheads
no.
use
You're
nails.
You're right. Women.
Women
So,
do roll the shit out of switches.
Man, a nigga lick a blunt, boy. That
Yeah.
motherfucker wet than a motherfucker. I had a nigga throw
Yeah.
his in the dryer. It was so wet, man.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Wet than a motherfucker.
I don't
boy.
like backwoods rolled by women for the most part. I'll be honest with you. If that's discriminatory, whatever.
Probably been the wrong.
They can
around
roll
the wrong women.
swishers. They can roll swishers. but
Nah, bro, you
backwoods,
can't be
nah.
rolling.
Nobody
You can't
smoking no swishers, man.
be- Yeah, yeah. That part.
I smoked the swisher.
The world is evolving, brother.
Smoked the swisher yesterday. It's not cool. What's going on?
It's not cool.
I'm new to this.
No.
Why is the swisher bad?
I just like it's like some shit is just
It's old school.
it's over with, man.
Old
What's the
school.
most healthiest rap? Because I'm not trying to catch
Papers
cancer
is the best way.
Papers, yeah.
That's the best
You're
way.
gonna catch cancer.
from smoking.
And
You think
regardless,
so? You think you can catch cancer from smoking weed?
I don't know nobody who got cancer from smoking weed.
not from
So.
smoking weed.
Weed
but
ain't been hot like that for that long. For a nigga
Snoop,
to get
Snoop
cancer.
been smoking for 30 years now.
That's
Hey, motherfucker smoked cigarettes for 10 years and they got cancer. Motherfucker smoked weed all his life. Nigga be 105 years old. So.
that's big facts.
And Wiz Khalifa got swole off weed.
Let's
Yeah.
not forget about that.
Or I think it
But
was
if, you
something
smoke,
else.
but if you smoking like Swishers and backwoods, that's tobacco. So that's
Um,
what that's where the cancer is involved in. is
See, I tried to
tobacco, shit.
YouTube a video on how to roll, and I came across B.O.B. rolling a swisher, and I tried to get that one, but he was moving too fast, like we knew what the fuck we was doing. And then Seth Rogen did one on Papers, and he was just being too much Seth Rogen. I was like, bro, come on, I can't take you. Teach me.
It's
what-
that
what
nigga
you
laugh
doing.
and
Yeah,
shit.
what you doing right now, bro? It's not funny time. I'm trying to
learn.
get high right now
Definitely.
and not smoke the fumes out this goddamn pipe.
Shit, you want some more followers? You better get you a fucking podcast on how to roll.
No, honestly, just a YouTube video on rolling weed gets hits.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a
Nah,
lot of
like
weirdos
you
on
should
there.
roll a video and failing though.
No, that's exactly what I was doing.
That
And that's
shit
why I
be-
said I'm gonna do another one. Man, look at you, Steph. Okay, all
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got the ideas, man.
Man, Steph over here. Never mind.
Fail, man,
I was-
and they gonna just talk shit. But I do a whole bunch of videos just failing and shit. Though.
But you can't fail.
How to make salmon to turtle, burn
That's-
the
I'm
shit
telling
up
you,
though.
make
Motherfucker burnt them.
Do that
motherfuckers
shit.
up.
That shit'll get you viral.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that now we want to go viral. Before, you used to, hey, yo, I'm viral. Okay, stay the fuck away from me. Now, hey, let me get viral right
Do
quick.
some dumb shit.
Hey, speaking of viral, that's why we're doing this 1124 show episode today. Very special episode. Today, we are doing a very special Father's Day. I say very special a lot of times. There's Hennessy in my cup.
Very
It's some
special.
good shit.
That's some
We
very
have-
special.
We have a very special Hennessy.
There
We
you
have mimosas. Steph came too late for that, so he on the hand. But
On that hen dog.
today we're here. It's Father's Day. Father's Day is the theme. Father's Day is coming up. I'm gonna air this on Father's Day.
word?
But
Cool.
all the men to the right of me are fathers.
When is Father's Day?
See, no, but that's there's no
June
respect for Father's Day.
20
Y'all don't even know. 16th, I thought.
June
No,
16th, ain't it?
Is it 16th?
Yeah, I think it's June 16th.
Confirm that shit.
It's 2 Sundays from now.
That sounds about right.
I think the six.
K Jeweler's been putting a
You're right.
promotion on my timeline,
16th.
and the chains look kind of nice. I was like, oh shit, okay.
You better
I
go
have-
nothing to bitch before
It's till
nothing to
June
bitch before the
26th.
16th. Get that chain.
Hey man, you feel me? Get one, hello. But I wanted to bring y'all here. First and foremost, I do want to put a disclaimer out here because I realize it looks kind of funny. Jose, why is it you and a bunch of black fathers? Why you getting on your own kind? What you trying to do? And I
Because
had
we your boys.
yeah, y'all. But I'm saying to the people who don't know me,
Okay.
I
That's
did
they
have
fault.
some Latino fathers that were scheduled to be here, and they had to drop out at the last second.
Yikes.
One of them got an upcoming court case with the mother of his child, so he didn't want nothing to be used against him. I
Oh.
understand that. And another
I
one,
see your ass on
Yeah.
the podcast having the time of your motherfucking
Bruh.
life.
Right.
bruh,
You are the
Hey,
father.
that's why I thank y'all so much for being here, because coordinating fucking guests
Mm.
and camera people. Shout out to the camera people doing this. My
Yes.
boy Aaron B, Spencer, and my goddamn
Juan.
no, Juan. Yeah, Juan.
Damn.
I always get confused because there's 2 Juans in this crew. The other one
okay.
is blonde haired and blue eyed.
You said the other one or the
Juan.
other one?
The other one, he got a bowl.
Wait,
cut
other
with
one
a
or
beard.
Juan?
Juan. The other Juan.
Oh,
Don't be
okay.
disrespectful. My people
I'm
ain't
just
here.
asking, man. The other one or the other
Respect the flag. Hey, get the flag in the pen, bro.
Oh, please don't. Please. Oh.
But I brought y'all here today, man, because in general, although we got a lot of jokes about it, in general, I do notice that fathers aren't taken as seriously or treated as with as much respect, largely in part in relation to mothers. Now, that's not to say that, hey man, fathers don't get respected and moms get all the, because a lot of moms get a lot of shit. But when we think about holidays celebrating parents, it's more that we look forward to Mother's Day, and the sales and shit promote that, and everybody's going out to dinner, and every kiss begins with K and shit like that. And then for Father's Day, the promotions would be something like, hey, go get your dad a power tool so he could build some shit for mom.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Right.
Or hey, come get a new barbecue pit we could cook at
Yep.
the house.
Yep.
Meanwhile, mom got to go see the Chinaman cut food in front of her and shit. I got to eat some more fucked up hoagies at the, you know what I'm saying, if I'm a dad, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
real
So-
shit. That's real shit.
and even more important, that's jokes, there's truth in that, but more importantly too, I feel like what fathers go through on a regular basis, nobody kind of gives a fuck. Because for the most part, when we think dads in society, largely a lot of it, in all races, now the media will show only certain races, but in all races, we think deadbeat dads. Deadbeat dads get more attention than dads who are there, largely. And I wanted to give y'all a voice, and I'm interested. I wanted people to see what it is, the type of shit that y'all really go through being a dad. You know, we all see the shit on Instagram for Father's Day, the pictures that y'all are gonna post, or the shit that you post here and there, like doing something cool with your son.
Yeah.
And that's cool, and that's just for like showing y'all, look, man, I'm having a good time with my kid, but there's also bad times, not necessarily with the kid, but just with life, with the bills that you got. You may have miscommunication with the mother, and then families getting all kinds of shit. Today, that's what I want to talk about. firstly, I want to start off with, let's talk about how many kids you got. What's your situation with your kids? Isaiah?
Oh, that's me. I have 2 children,
My man, congratulations.
2 girls,
Beautiful.
2 different mothers. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much you wanted me to really expand on that.
We're going to get all into it. Let's go ahead
Okay.
as much as you want right now. We'll get into more later.
No, I mean, I guess we can go down and talk
Down,
about,
yeah.
you feel me, what else? But yeah, 2 kids, 2 girls, 2 different baby moms.
Beautiful. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Kyle?
I have a 5-year-old baby girl as well.
Congratulations.
With one big mother, obviously. And
Can't have one with 2 baby moms. Never heard of that. That's new.
yeah, that's it with me.
And Steph?
I got a 5-year-old son, man. 5-year-old son. I don't know who the mom is though. You know what I'm saying? I'm still like trying to figure out.
He showed up on the doorstep.
Oh,
Maury,
shit.
Maury,
Going Maury, man, this shit's
we
real.
need to
like,
get that call.
So I don't know who the mama is. I got them both, raising them, both, and it's like, nah, it's like one son, man, 5-year-old, you doing this thing, man. I'm very proud to be a dad, though. So
My man. Congratulations to you as
appreciate it,
well,
man.
sir.
Appreciate it.
Now, firstly, just a question that I want to open to all of y'all, man, is like, fuck, how does it feel being a dad? Y'all got kids that are at least like 5, 4.
Yeah.
How has it been so far? How's that shit felt? Have you grown from it like they say you will? And
Absolutely. It's hard as fuck, bro.
yeah.
Like, for anybody that'll tell you parenthood is easy, them niggas is lying. Or they rich.
Or they got money. Yep.
Or they rich.
And it's
You know what
crazy
I'm
because
saying?
you don't even hear people say that parenthood is easy. So the fact that you don't hear
Bruh, I'm
it
telling
means
you.
that it's hard.
That shit is hard. To me, it was like, okay, I knew I had to step up because I'm not, you feel me? Like I'm not a coward and I don't quit on shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you feel me? Once I realized that I was having a child at 19,
Man.
it was something that was like, okay, there are certain things that happen in life that make you a man. And this was one of those things, you know what I'm saying? So it was like,
Facts.
you feel me? Like you had to step up to your responsibilities. It wasn't something that you could hide from, run away from. Like, oh my gosh, my baby mama's, it didn't cause me hell, havoc, chaos.
Mhm.
But it's like, at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for that child, no matter what. So
You said you were 19.
yeah, I was 19 when I had my first child.
Kyle, how old were you?
I believe I was 21,
21?
or I was
Steph?
just about to turn. No, yeah, I was
Oh,
21.
20, my
Yeah, I was 21 too.
21 as
Oh,
well.
yeah, I was 21.
How old now? When y'all had your kid, you know how sometimes in life as you grow, you'll go through some shit and you feel like a little kid again because you feel lost and you're like, fuck, bro, this is what life is about. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through this, and that could be with a number of things. That could be with your living situation. You got to come up with some money ASAP, or your car's about to get impounded. Some shit. You got to do something that's affecting your livelihood, and you start to feel a little vulnerable. Now, when you had it at 19, 21, did y'all have any of those feelings? Were y'all feeling like a little teenager again? Like, bro, I'm not ready to grow up. Were you afraid and shit like that?
Honest?
My bad.
Oh, you go ahead, Steph.
Shit, I was nigga, that whole like when I found out probably like that 9 months though, like that shit was just, I was scared to the motherfucker though. Real shit though, I was young than a motherfucker. I was fresh 21 though. So I'm
Damn.
spooked, like, you know what I'm saying?
Just got legal to get with
Man,
the bitches in the
I'm
club.
just now getting in my groove at a certain point.
Yeah.
So like that whole embracing it far as the pregnancy, I didn't really embrace that part though. But ever since you been here though, I've been in his life. Day one. You can't take that away from me. But you just gotta roll with the punches with shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like there's gonna be times and moments where it's gonna be hard and shit. But like you look at your kid though, as long as they're satisfied though, that's what.
Yep.
End of the day,
Yep.
as a parent though, that's what brings you joy. So
You want to go next?
all that shit's cool, man.
I can say that moment hit for me. It was the first time that moment hit where I was like, oh shit, like I am a child trying to be a man. My daughter she wasn't even 1 yet. She was months old. And it was a sleepless night. I had her and she just wouldn't stop crying. She just would not stop crying. And I felt like I knew what I was doing. Wrap her up right. She's warm, she's comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm rocking her, I'm walking her, I'm patting her, she's burped, she's fed, she's clean. Everything I felt like I was doing right was cool. It's fucking 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, man.
Oh.
I have work in the morning. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, why won't you stop yelling at me? Why won't you stop yelling at me? My mom's, she got up. I was living in her house. Mom's got up. She grabbed the baby. Instantly, the baby stopped crying. do you know I fucking broke down and was like, I can't do this shit.
Yeah,
I was like, I cannot. That was the first moment where I was like, oh my gosh, like I really have so much to learn. I really have to put my big shoes on and start walking this path. It was fucking huge, but it was scary as fuck. But ever since that moment, like, I've had another child and I have, like Steph, you feel me? Like I've been in my children's lives off top every week. Been in my child's lives. So,
How about you, Kyle?
Oh, well, going off what these two gentlemen are saying, even just the fact of being in your children's life, that's what kind of shows like, yeah, it's hard, and you want to always be there. You always want to do more. Even though you can't, but you can always pursue to do more. There's always times where you probably want to do something for yourself, but you can always wait to do something for yourself. There's always time or whatever. You almost don't have time when you have a child. You got to do certain things right then and there. If you don't have it, then you always try to find more of a way than you would probably do. You do something by yourself, you might be lazy about it, not do it, or whatever. But you got a child, you get up and you
Gotta be.
make sure you put your foot forward to make sure you handle the business and all that. So with me, I would say I've always worked since I've had my child. I mean, I thought about going back to school, but I've always needed money, so I'm always working. So, I mean, I've always tried to make sure I got some money for, of course, myself, but I've always tried to make sure I'm provide. I mean, we probably gonna get to that, but I'm always trying to make sure even the mother of my child has money or is provided as well. If she need help or anything, so we're not together or anything right now. But still trying to make sure we work things out. Child's sake, of course. Try to have the best life for our little one, of course.
What were y'all situations in terms of your parents? Were your parents together? Did you guys have any situations similar to what you're going through now?
It was both parent house. It was stay with my mom, stay with my dad. My mom always moved around in the different neighborhoods and shit, Oakland, Richmond. We always was moving Hayward. So
they were together or they weren't together?
No, they weren't together.
Okay.
My pops got custody of me when I was like, about 7 years old or something. So I've been with my pops ever since then, though.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been raised around my dad my whole life, so.
Yeah. Raising a son is a little...
It's only natural for me. Like, doing my son, that shit ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit's second nature like a motherfucker, so.
Yeah, same thing with me. I've only been raised my dad. Like, I don't know where my mom is right now, to be honest. Like, I know she's alive. I just don't know where she is. And that's been my whole life. So I've always been with my dad, always been raised to be a man. So, of course, I'm going to be a man of my own and everything.
And I had both my parents growing up, always. They've been together since, I want to say like 30-something years.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah,
right?
they've been together for like 35 years, man. It's really crazy. I don't think about it. Yeah. So I've had both my parents growing up.
So I hear from Kyle and from Steph, essentially being raised by their fathers, and Steph being able to it's very easy because it's essentially doing the same thing that was done for him. So because he's raising a boy. It's funny how life works though too, ain't it? If you think about it,
definitely.
I'm sure that you didn't necessarily, like when you was a little kid, you're like, damn, I'm just going with my dad. And now that things have played out the way they played out, it's like, oh
definitely,
shit,
yeah.
that prepared me for what I'm doing now. And then Kyle as well being just raised by a father and like, yo, now I'm a father who's in a similar situation. I see how
it's harder on them probably, I think, because they got little girls. I feel like me personally, I just feel like, I don't know, I know they be trying to preach this equality shit, but like women, little girls especially, like acquire much more attention to detail, like a lot more, you know what I'm saying? Like I could fake way let my son go run off and do some shit kind of though, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta really trip too much though. With that little girl though, man, I just
everywhere you gotta
be overprotective and you gotta be like extra, you know what I'm saying?
It's a sick world out.
Yeah, definitely though. I feel like women are more vulnerable to succumb to bullshit.
That's an interesting concept because I've heard a lot of people say stuff like, yeah, if I have a girl, like, nah, they gonna be in the house by a certain time. You feel me? They gonna wear clothes a certain way. But if I have a little boy, like, I'm gonna just let that nigga run wild. And that's really interesting that people really have that perspective because it's like, nigga, that's still your child. No matter what, like a child is gonna be a child, whether it's a boy or a girl. But
whether it's straight or it's gay, it's almost similar to that too, because it's like people. I think it's more so. I joke about this on stage in a way to where I bring it to perspective. I feel like a lot of people just get afraid of it because they can't necessarily resonate with if I raising a girl, it's harder as a man to
'Cause you
resonate
already
with a young girl.
understand.
Same way as if you're raising a gay child and you're straight,
Yeah,
people's automatic fear, if it's not
Scared.
automatically homophobia, they're just like, damn, what the fuck we gonna talk about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not supposed to teach them.
And I think that's what I wanted to get to though, with you being coming up with both your parents in the household. How did you feel when your situation didn't play out the same? And at least as of now.
Realistically, I was like, it is what it is. So when I hit that point where I was like, you know what? I'm not a failure. I'm not a quitter. I'm not a coward. I'm going to step up and I'm going to own to my, responsibilities. So at that time, I wasn't even thinking about it, bro. Like, I was just like, I'm going to be,
mode,
like, I'm going to be in my child's life no matter what. Yeah. And so I would definitely say, like, if I was to give advice for somebody, have a child and try to be with the parent.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because
a lot easier.
It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. Some people, they come for your throat with child support and shit, and it's just like other people.
Are you on it?
No,
It's just
Praise God.
Definitely no. It's a short, it's easier way. It's way easier to be raised with like two is always better than one. You know what I'm saying? In any situation, so
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Especially parenting, two is always better than one, man. You want your certain shit that a mom can teach a kid that the father can't, and certain shit that the father can teach a kid the mother can't.
Exactly.
So why not combine the two? You know what I'm saying? Everybody not blessed and fortunate with that situation, but that's why as a parent, just do the best you could, though.
Yeah.
All it is, and hope the other parent do the same.
Yeah.
Man, I hope the people that the other parent is around too, and that you're around as well. That's another fear too of being in the single parent life. Not only do you have to hope that the person that you're end up dealing with next is cool with your kid, that's not doing some foul shit on the side. Yeah. You also got to hope that whoever the mother of your child is dealing with as well isn't also foul. That's it. It's almost like it just brings in more people to the equation, which is also scary because people be getting some foul shit off with these little babies and stuff like that. For surely, man.
Definitely. That's what kind of keeps you involved though, because you don't want somebody to be, whoever having a relationship with. You don't want them to be with anybody around your child. So
how'd y'all go about babysitting when you first started babysitting? How did that shit work?
Was it was family most of the time. Family? I can't think about it. It was somebody else.
What you mean babysitting as far as what though?
Like when your baby was not now at the age, well even now, but when you first got to the point where the mom goes back to work because her body's good. And then you're working. Somebody got to watch the kid. Yeah. Who was like with the first people? Was it your family, your mom?
So I mean, I think the parent. You're initially the first person. You know what I'm saying? Newborn.
Yeah. I mean, for first few months.
Grandma, auntie, you know.
Yeah.
That shit don't really change though. I mean,
that
shit
want to too.
They want to like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker. Your granny think it's her baby.
Yeah.
So. But that shit your baby gonna be 10, 11, 12. Your granny still gonna be watching him. It's gonna be the same people. So
I'm glad y'all got that.
I mean, black. hey.
Nigga.
What was your?
Black people ain't got babysitters, man. We don't do that. We don't hire motherfuckers to watch
So my
kids,
thing, it was really wild, and I didn't understand it. I got it, but it was like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. I had to pay, no matter where. No matter what happened, if somebody else was watching my child, I had to come out of pocket for it. It didn't matter if it was grandma, auntie, sister. It didn't matter. It was like they wanted some type of compensation.
Your moms did too?
No.
You
know what?
Moms and pops didn't.
I'm going to say sometimes. I'm not going to say all the time, but sometimes she was like, yeah, you got to put some gas on my shit. And I'm like, okay.
That's cool. That's normal. All right, ain't too
bad.
It
is, but it was just weird for me because I expected it to just be,
She ain't doing it to be like hard on you or to like teach. She just doing it to like just show you responsibility. Like I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna do whatever I can. She gonna put her life on the line for him, but I'm just gonna teach you a little responsibility.
How it's gonna go after this?
Because I ain't gonna be here forever though. Yeah, so prepare yourself for dropping 25, 45, 55, whatever the cost is. Like just know ain't shit free around this.
I definitely agree. And it was all love.
It's all love. It's a life lesson, man.
I agree with that.
What were y'all afraid of most when your kid first came here? Or better yet, yeah, let's leave it there and I got another one. Yeah,
I'm gonna jump right in. Like I told you, I slept at my parents' home. So me and my child, we slept in the same bed. Mm-hmm. I was scared as fuck to turn over on her.
You thought you was gonna smash her?
I was petrified.
Hey, you was sleep hella stiff, like
bruh, you have no idea. I lost so much sleep because I was just so paranoid that I would just roll over on her.
Was she small?
Real small? Yeah,
you
very
sleep
small.
different after
yes,
having a
nigga,
child.
everything changes.
It's crazy
everything
though.
changes.
You conscious of like, you know how when you sleep, right? You know, you throw your arm back and shit. Like, like it's like like we get in our bed tonight, all of us, we ain't give a fuck about shit.
Yeah.
Charleston knees gonna be, but I don't know, but when that little baby in that motherfucker, it's like
you
you
be
just
like,
know, you be on that corner of that bed.
Every time you move.
Yeah,
Like, you prepare yourself to sleep on the edge of that bed, though.
Oh
So
my
I ain't gonna lie,
gosh.
man, get your ass on the floor, the couch.
So you can't fall.
It ain't worth it, blood. Get on the couch or the floor, man, and just call it a day.
Yeah.
Period.
That was my biggest fear when she was first here, blood, that I was gonna turn on her in my sleep. Never did though.
Good. I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear it. How about you, Kyle?
I don't know. I can't even think about one, to be honest. That's kind of hard. I mean,
What did you? Okay, my follow-up question was, what were your first thoughts when you held her? Held her in the
in a room, man.
Did you cry? Did
Oh
you,
yeah, I was just about to say. I was like, I cried,
One
bro.
kind of empty,
Like,
brother. Hold on.
it was almost. Oh yeah, for sure. Appreciate you.
Empty right there,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Because it was tough times when that shit
Who else
happened. You know
empty,
what I'm
man?
saying? But no, yeah, I for sure cried. I don't know. It was. I don't know, bro. It's weird because I feel like some people do be like not knowing that that's their child, but when you know that's your child, you be like, bro, this is me.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
damn. And then I don't know, it's when you're not ready to be a dad, and then it's like that kind of changes your whole mindset about it, because now I gotta be here. Like, fuck, I probably didn't care about the next 2-3 years of my life. It was gonna probably just be whatever. Now I got to care for you.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. It's some
Niggas said I wasn't gonna care, bro.
I was gonna be bullshit. I was gonna be like, man, pulling up, doing all kinds of shit, but like, nah, bro.
You just make you put shit
You be
into.
thinking all kinds of different type of
It
ways.
forces you to put shit in. I mean, if you're responsible
Perspective,
as a
though.
person, it's gonna force you to put shit into perspective. though.
Right.
If you not, there's some motherfuckers who still do the same shit though.
Right.
And they never seen their child, blood.
Yeah.
They never seen their child. I know some people, man. It's sad because you talk about deadbeats, and it's like realistically, okay, I'm not putting no names. My daughter, her sister, like from her mom, not my child, she don't know her daddy. She don't know her daddy, and she don't know her daddy's side of family at all. And it's just really fucking sad because it's like you have people here who stepped up, who rose to the occasion, who took on that responsibility, but you have people that's just like, I don't give a fuck, and that's what's worse. Man, that shit is crazy.
It's hella hard. It's hard. It's hard to like. I want to say it's hard to like, not be in your child's life. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think people like really understand. Like, that's hella hard.
That's
to
hard.
Not be in your child's life
Yeah.
because I don't know. Shit can be hard. What the fuck ever, but as long as your child's in your life, then it's like, okay, well, at least I'm trying.
Right.
You gonna just cancel your child from your life and continue?
Oh my
That shit
gosh.
must be hella fucking
That
hard.
shit is crazy. Cause it's like you saying, like,
That's you gotta have like the same type of mind as like a serial killer.
Man.
Bruh, almost.
'cause
Like, it's gotta be something
even
like
when I'm not with my daughters, I'm thinking about what they doing. I'm
something
thinking about
like
where they
something.
at. I'm thinking about it. Are they
Looking at
okay?
pictures of them during the
Right,
day
you
and
know what
stuff.
I'm saying? And it's like I could be away from them for a day or two, but they still on my mind. Like, even if I'm like, fuck work, I don't like this job, I'm still pushing through because I have girls and I have to take care of them. So it's like you saying, it's hard not to be in your child life. That shit is crazy. It's crazy.
Steph, what about you, man? What were you afraid of? Your first fear, or when you first seen your child, when you first held him?
I wouldn't really keep it 1,000. I wasn't really afraid of shit. I took on the challenge. So
He was excited for the challenge and opportunity.
excited. I would
Create another Steph out here.
I
Let him go
wouldn't
D1.
I wouldn't necessarily. I was excited. I mean, that probably wasn't my first emotion, but
Yeah,
I wasn't scared though.
it was just life, bro.
I just took it like it. You know what I'm saying?
Real Oakland mentality. I
Took
like
it on
that.
the, no, I just.
I like that.
I took it on the chin, man. Just whatever it was, though. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't scared though. Just a little kid, man. Do what you got to do.
And you know what I just realized while y'all were talking? It's crazy. It's crazy the way shit works sometimes. And this is the Hennessy talking just a little bit, but it's real shit. Like I said, I had a slew of motherfuckers that was supposed to be coming through. A couple Latinos represent as well. You feel me? A lot of people canceled. It was hard. Didn't even know if Steph was gonna come. Kyle, I just hit him today. And now that we're all here and we're in the middle of this conversation, despite whatever your situations are now, despite what they were growing up, I just realized it's crazy. I'm here talking about Father's Day because I want to give some validation to what fathers mean and why we do need to appreciate them more and praise those that are doing it. And I'm now realizing that even though y'all all came from different situations, single dads, mom and dad, y'all are all now good dads taking care of your life, taking care of your children's life, rather, excuse me. Y'all all had dads in your father that were a great fucking example.
said,
Dads in your life,
dads
dads
in
in
your
your
father.
life.
Ooh.
That's the Hennessy. Dad.
I know what he meant. I
Hey,
knew what he meant.
pause.
I knew what he
Hey,
meant.
why I'm knocking on
Dads in
wood?
my
This is
motherfucking
good shit.
father.
This is good. You know what I mean? Y'all had dads in your lives that
Dads in
set
my
great examples. Hey,
I ain't letting you get that one
11/24
down,
show,
bro.
man. Shit happens.
Yes.
But you guys all had great dads in your life
Yeah.
that set an
Yeah, get it right.
example.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why, you know what I'm saying, why we're here today to discuss shit like this. Cause it's really yeah, man.
It's a big deal. I get what you're saying. And it's a big deal.
shit,
It's a big
bro.
deal. And a lot of people feel like, I respect the moms out there who are playing mom and dad. I respect
Shout
them.
out to them.
Shout out to
especially,
y'all
man.
for real.
And your Father's Day posts are hilarious. I did it all by myself.
I
Hey,
ain't nobody.
Come on now.
They ready. They already got their post ready
Yes.
for Father's
Bro,
Day.
you don't
Absolutely.
understand how many. My mom like, yo, I need a gift for Father's Day too. I'm like, bro, you just got one. I'm broke. Fuck out of here, man. You couldn't get no Father's Day. Fuck. And she don't ask for regular shit too. She I need a new car.
Oh,
I need,
shit.
Oh, for real? Word. Hey. All right, mom. I might could get you a tire from the Mexicans in Oakland.
That's hella funny.
$50 for those.
Hella funny.
That's when you come with a Hot Wheel car. Here you go. Shit.
No, bro, I was just
Set
saying the other
car.
day because my tire fucking went flat unexpectedly, and I didn't have no money because I just bought a tire and I bought that fucking audio interface coming soon, 11/24 show. So I went to the Migos spot, and I had a selfish moment. I ain't gonna lie, because they were doing my tires $52, and while I was waiting for my tire to get worked on, a white van pulled up, like just an unmarked white van, and I was like, I had a selfish moment. I was like, bruh. Are they finna get them before they get my tire on though?
Oh,
Like
my
if my tire is
Damn.
on, I'm sorry to hear it, but if they get them before my tire is on,
They got us.
I need this $50 tire. I'm gonna have to, hey, excuse me, sir. I know you gotta do your job, but let them do theirs
You were
first.
so stupid. You were so stupid.
I needed that tire. It's a shitty tire too, but it bought me another month or two.
It works.
But yeah, man, fucking okay, going off of what is it like being a father and having to be in situations where you may have to discipline your child? How do y'all go about disciplining? You guys got all 5, 4? Who has the oldest kid here? Is it you two or 5?
I have a 6-year-old.
6-year-old
Mhm.
and a
And a
4-year-old.
4-year-old.
Okay.
You got the oldest one.
How do y'all go about discipline, man?
Shit.
Especially with girls. Oh man.
Tough one.
I'm just loud.
Do they listen?
Hell
You
yeah.
like Kevin Hart? Y'all better not be in that toilet. Like how you said.
Nah, yeah, I don't know. I can't see myself put my hands on my daughter.
Yeah. Bro, you gonna wait. Well, I got teenage sisters. When them little motherfuckers turn into teenagers,
I mean, yeah,
that
yeah.
yelling shit don't work.
Yeah. Now, yelling is
Let me see
the full attention type shit. But yeah, teenagers, hell yeah, you finna what? Fuck you talk about?
Man.
My daughter, she yells back. She's a feisty.
See, I didn't see. Yeah, then it would have
Which one,
commenced
the
to him.
6-year-old or the 4-year-old?
6-year-old. She is a lion.
She runs it.
She is a lioness. Oh my gosh. She's really strong. She's small for her age. Probably if you ever seen her in a group of 6, she would be the smallest one. But she got the motherfucking largest fire in her. She's a wild little thing, and I respect her.
Yeah.
But she respect me. Discipline. Ugh. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of just like, okay, you don't want to listen. I'm gonna take the toy away.
Then yeah, I was about to say taking things away.
You still ain't listen? Okay, get your ass to sleep. Go to bed. Like, no child likes to sleep.
See.
For some reason,
I tried to take shit from my little brother. Whatever, you can take it. And then it's like, bro, what else can I do but slap you?
No, send that nigga to bed.
If I send him to bed, you're not my dad. All right, bro, you got me fucked up right now. Like, okay, I like
Kids
that.
don't like to do simple shit. They don't like to eat
Oh yeah.
Man.
or sleep.
Little
Like,
boys don't like to bathe. Did your boy have a problem with bathing?
Nah, he'd be like, man, I put him in the shower. I mean, that's what you're referring to. I'd be like, in the shower. Like, man, I gotta take a shower. Like, yeah, motherfucker, you gotta take a shower.
Yeah, little dirty booty ass.
That's
You've
hella
been
crazy.
playing all day, brother.
Actually, Steph,
All day.
since you had a boy, I had a conversation on an earlier podcast episode with a former host who wasn't comfortable or competent enough to have the conversation.
Oh my god.
It was on a Netflix special called American Circumcision. I'm bringing this shit back.
Yeah.
Basically, it was just talking about circumcision and the realities of it, how it's not really a necessity. It's really a religious thing in many cultures, largely a Jewish thing, but everybody does it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really promote cleanliness.
Okay.
Like, it proved a lot of shit.
All right.
And it was just talking about how people just do it just because. Did you do it? Did you?
Yeah, I did it.
And what was your reasoning?
Yeah, I did it because, well, shit,
You are yourself?
me and the mom,
Hey man, we can get. Hey, I'm Mexican.
No, definitely. I mean, shit, I got it done.
Yeah.
I wasn't in control of it. I was a fucking baby. I just looked up one day, the motherfucker was cut.
How did you feel about it doing it? Did you trip at all, or was they just took him to a room?
Nah, I wasn't tripping. I mean, me and the mom agreed on it.
Yeah.
I think it's best for the young man to get circumcised.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
check that documentary out.
They're gonna be calling the brother Turtleneck when he get about 16.
Hey, people say that.
Right.
No. But here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of women on the internet would joke about the turtleneck, but I done stuffed my sweater down many a throat.
You have a turtleneck?
I'm Mexican. I told y'all that. And
you
Catholic.
have a turtleneck?
And Catholic. Bitches love it.
I just never knew.
Bitches love it. And if
hey, what Mike F say? Girl, he got money, but he got blanket lit on his dick.
Hey.
And so real talk, like, no, like, because you said something that surprised the fuck out of me off of this documentary. It really doesn't mean that you have to be extra careful in cleaning it.
So this is what they said in the doc. See, thank you for fucking being interested. Oh, bitch, never mind. The last host didn't really want to. Bro, don't nobody want to talk about that. It's interesting as fuck.
It's definitely interesting.
Basically, what they were saying is that
the pussy rate going down after this episode.
Hey, all of y'all are dead
They
anyway.
like,
What?
this nigga Jose got a turtleneck.
No way, Jose.
I've said this plenty of times on Instagram, and I've still got around. You know what I'm saying?
A turtleneck. Okay.
But
that was jokes though.
my jokes was true.
Possibility.
Right. We don't know if it's true, but now it's
Girl, this
out
nigga
there.
on camera talking about he got a turtleneck. He got a turtleneck.
Don't fuck him. I know you was thinking about it, bitch. Don't fuck him.
Turtleneck, brother.
But in terms of holiness,
He got blanket
the
lit.
studies that they were doing, they were largely conducting the studies over like homeless people or like cowboys or people who just overall aren't cleanly.
Mhm.
The reality of it is, it doesn't take nothing to just pull your shit back and clean it. And in reality, motherfuckers who be or circumcised be cleaning it wrong anyway, putting all the wrong soaps on it, and then they fuck up a bitch's pH levels.
Nigga, don't try to.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Nigga, don't try to.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Persuade
Dial,
me and a nigga
dial.
not circumcising my kids. Nigga, don't try to talk.
Well, it's too late now.
Shit,
Don't do that.
No.
If
For
you
sure
did
they
it
ain't
as a
gonna
baby, don't. Cause
Yeah, no, definitely not.
we knew some dudes in high
Hey,
school.
if you ain't doing it as a baby, bro.
Yeah, no,
yourself.
it's done. It's a done deal.
a
That's why
wrap.
for me, like I had one point because I had an OG like, Jose, man, when you get older, it might be harder to be clean because his uncle was going through it, which could make sense if your body's all fucked up. And that kind of got me thinking, but I'm like, bro, I'm 26 or whatever.
We're not
done.
gonna ask
Get
on
it
how you
done,
got on
bro.
that topic, but
Get it done, Jose.
Yeah,
I don't even
brother.
know how I got on that topic.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Why the fuck would I get it done?
Let's
I see somebody in high school do
Because when
it.
you get older.
So you can't talk about the topic for too long, but motherfuckers will talk about it because it's interesting.
It is
Don't ever-
interesting.
Don't ever question my fucking
Okay,
genius.
so every episode he talks shit about his ex-host.
Not every episode.
Bruh, you
Every
be on that
episode.
nigga head in these episodes.
Hey
boy.
man, it's motherfuckers have me fucked up. I got the juice in me. Right?
I got the juice.
Okay, going back on topic of being a dad. What are some of the shit that's like? What's some of the dope shit that has occurred in your life or that's changed in your perspective since becoming a dad?
So like with me, I got my son right playing flag football. I don't feel like
Damn, already?
He 5. I don't feel like I necessarily put him in pads and shit right now.
Yeah.
It's like really no point.
Damn.
But he just turned 5 though, so he was playing flag. He playing with the 6 and 7-year-olds.
Is it good?
Motherfucker was serving though. Like I'm talking
Yeah.
about surprising me though. Like, he getting the ball and he'd cut back and he'll see a hole, he'll woo woo. He got vision though. I'm just like, God damn though. Like, oh yeah, bro, we gonna work this. I'm gonna have you
Yeah.
right though. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, shit like that though, man. Watching him have fun playing sports, just bonding with my son, man. Like it made a man out of me though. There's certain shit that I wouldn't do.
How'd you get him into that? Because I tried to get my little brother. This motherfucker's stuck on Fortnite.
Man, I signed him up. It wasn't
ain't
really
for
a choice
everybody.
though. It wasn't really like I was, you know, I feel like you gotta sign your kids up for sports. I got a son. I don't know if that's selfish. of
You
me or
watch
nothing.
sports with him and
I'm
shit.
just like,
and
maybe
get
I'm gonna
football.
sign your ass up for something though. You gonna play some type
Yeah,
of sport.
yeah.
I don't know if that's right or wrong. I don't think it's wrong.
No, I think it teaches the kids structure.
So yeah,
Yeah.
and bro, so like they have fun. They around hella kids their age though.
Mhm.
So like it just teaches them how to like, you know, talk and shit and, you know, build like that type of like, you know, become an outgoing personality and shit like that though. But the motherfucker love football though. Like he love this shit now though.
Yeah.
He wanna play it in the house. You wanna go outside and play catch? Cool, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying?
And he's I seen the picture of him. He's kind of lengthy.
Nice
Huh?
video,
He's
though.
tall.
He
Huh?
made My son raw football though. Like I'm just gonna let him
He gonna be
have
6'3"
fun with it.
maybe
I ain't gonna
something?
I ain't overly forcing it on him. Like I ain't gonna drill it in his head though. Like you gotta play football, but we're gonna ease our way into sports, man. So
Bro, do you feel like, did you watch that movie with Will Smith with the Tell the
yeah,
Truth?
Men in Black?
No, concussion. The one about like it was a concussion. It was about concussions in the NFL.
Yeah. I seen. I ain't never watched that movie.
Whoa, that one. Hey, I said after I seen that, I was like, how did I want to do this? Like, it's a little scary just to think in terms of kids.
Saying like every head-to-head kind of like a car accident is equivalent to
yeah. Will Smith's accent was terrible in it, but it was very.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't really like need my 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old playing tackle. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about him in high school doing it?
That's cool. I mean, you gotta learn you're gonna learn the basic fundamentals around high
dodge
school
it.
anyway. Honestly, if you ain't playing Pop Warner, you're gonna learn that shit. Like I learned my shit in high school, and I didn't grow up playing football. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I could skip all that head-to-head contact, possible tearing it ACL at 8. That's trash, though. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
motherfuckers do be doing that too. Yeah. What about y'all, man? In terms of dope shit?
Just I don't know. Just being a dad is dope shit. Like fucking. Like having a kid, that your kid is gonna always love you. Like it'd be shit that's going on in the world that'd be like, man, people don't like me, people don't love me, but man, your kid is gonna always love you, dude.
Your kid is like, shit could be going on, right? Your motherfucking credit card bill due, car note bill due. You got like $300 in your account. Your son don't even know.
Don't know none of that shit.
Don't know none of that shit. He think you motherfucking Superman. Think you the richest motherfucker in the world.
Like,
all that shit.
I always somehow to make you feel like happy or good.
I had like $60 in ones, man. This motherfucker thought that was like a gazillion dollars or something.
Oh, and you was flexing on him like, yeah, son.
Like that type of
Happy Meal.
Like me, brother.
Like seeing shit like like how kids get super juiced about something. It's like, man, I would be juiced about that, but I know what the fuck this really is. But yeah, like you hella juiced about that, like that is dope. Let me get you more shit like that.
You know that song For Once in My Life? Yeah. Stevie Wonder did it, and my favorite rendition is Paul Williams of The Temptations. When he did it, I liked it. For Stevie Wonder's, it's almost like it feels like it's a love ballad towards a woman. For Paul Williams, it felt more like he was talking about a child. And the lyrics are, for once in my life, I found someone who needs me.
Right.
For once in my life, now I can say, this is mine, you can't take it. That's kind of what I hear when I hear that, man. That's a dope experience right there. That's cool.
That should be
What
dope.
about you?
I'd have to say like when she gave me like the first gift she ever gave me.
For Father's Day?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What'd she give you?
It was just a paper, and it was she had her footprint in paint on it, and that was the body of the person. And then she had her hand as the cape, and she was like, you're my superhero.
Oh,
nigga. Nigga.
She got you.
Oh my God.
She got you.
Oh
man.
my gosh.
He said, "Babe, I'm about to go to this bathroom real quick because I gotta wipe these tears."
I work for the post office,
Yeah.
and so we see 12-hour shifts often. Dog fucking tired walking all damn day. I get home, I'm beat down. When I see her and I hear her, and she's just so ecstatic and elated to see me. Oh my God. That
Wonderful
is the best.
feeling.
Oh, that is the best feeling in the world. She runs to me, Daddy, wants to jump on me and shit. I'm like, nigga, I can't.
After the world been hitting you in the gut all goddamn
in
day.
the rain, we deliver no matter what. My baby want to see me. That keeps me going. That is the best feeling in the world. That's the best feeling in the world.
That's fucking beautiful,
yeah,
man.
It is.
See, and I'll be honest with y'all, man. Everything that y'all are saying is, it's some enlightening shit, and I really hope that a lot of people tune into this one because I'm enjoying everything that I'm hearing. The reality too, if I got to be honest, of collecting people that I know who I know to be good fathers who have a story to tell. My entire reasoning behind doing this episode, other than realizing that you guys go unnoticed often as fathers, is man.
Speak the truth, bro.
I'm a father now.
Gasp.
I just had my first child, April 2nd, man.
Somebody pull up for this nigga.
Bruh,
Well, you had a what?
I just had my first child.
Shut the fuck up.
This nigga came for me.
I've kept it. Hey man, I wasn't hiding my kid from the world. That was my fault. Hey,
Shout out to
hey,
Drizzy.
I'm even gonna lie, bro.
Shout out to Drizzy.
When he said that shit, cause that was when I was going through the pregnancy. When that song I had that song March 14th on repeat,
my
bro.
God.
I was like, bro, and I told my boy, I was like, yo, cause the due date. So my situation is a lot of it is,
Bro, you ain't got no fucking kid, bro.
he's in the other room, bro.
Steph,
Like,
that nigga's child.
it's in the other
Oh
room.
shit.
Real shit, bro.
God, nigga.
This nigga ain't got no kid,
I
bro.
kid you not,
She got
man.
a son.
In that room.
Nigga
Hey,
got a kid?
we can
Yes.
show and tell after the show.
Child is in the room.
I got me a young son, man. His name.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
This nigga got a kid, bro, for real?
I kid you not. I've
Yes.
kept it on the low.
I mean,
Oh.
god damn, brother.
I wasn't hiding the world. My kid's in the world. Hiding the world for my kid. Don't get it twisted.
Where this motherfucker at?
He's in the living room
I ain't
right
seen
now.
no picture on your, I ain't seen no picture on your Instagram.
He's
Hey, I ain't
probably.
seen not one picture. I'm on your Instagram right now, though.
If you allow me to
Introduce
discuss
my
it.
son. Oh, selfish ass.
So my reasoning.
Wait, hold on. How old is your son?
He's April 2nd. He was born.
Okay,
He's a
May
month.
2nd.
He's a month. And
He's a
some
month?
change. A month
A
and
month.
some change.
A month.
So my reasoning
Wow.
behind not discussing it, on the social media platform and whatnot, much like y'all have gone through, my situation isn't the most ideal right now. It's not terrible. It is crazy that you said what you said about during the pregnancy, how you didn't necessarily embrace it. During the pregnancy, it was a rough patch. In my situation as well, because to be quite frank, I wasn't ready, and we had got into some stuff about in regards to keeping the child initially, to the point where a pill was in play. After a pill was no longer in play, I don't have no fight after that. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Shit, take your hoodie off, bro. Ain't no door to open, bro.
That one, motherfucker.
Spencer, can you right up there that open the garage door slightly to give him some air?
You got like a
Right there.
anti-lock.
Yeah,
on this
yeah. Just
motherfucker?
hold it for a little bit. Just a little bit to where
Alright,
no
try it,
light's
try it.
not coming up. Right there should be solid.
All right, that's cool. Yeah.
Okay. So it was there was some back and forth and
Yeah.
we good.
You can turn a light. I think there's a light button on the garage though. Make sure that
Nah,
light
it'll
button.
turn off.
It'll be cool.
It's alright.
It just gives us more lighting.
Is it bad?
It's gonna change. Well, because we were set up for the other.
Do I look black?
You good.
All right, cool.
See what I mean? Don't nobody give a fuck about dads. Oh, you're trying to.
All right, go ahead.
Jesus.
Continue
man.
with. Hey, this is Steph's fault. He interrupted. Okay, this is
Hey,
Steph's
bro.
fault.
Hey, I know you're talking about your kid right now, but I'm hot.
Hey,
Damn,
your
bro.
motherfucker said keep it natural, motherfucker.
Motherfuckers got a 5-year-old. Don't give a fuck about a month. Hey, bro, I've been there already. You good?
Motherfucker, you alright?
Nah, but real shit. It just it was some back and forth between me and the mom. Things are a bit better now. It's still not in the best, most ideal place. And like you were talking about how during the pregnancy you wouldn't embrace it. That was kind of where I was at. I was almost in an autopilot mode to where it really didn't hit me. Even when my child was born, it was like, damn, like in my mind, I'm like, I should be crying right now.
What?
And I did shed a slight tear. And that was more so just out of fear because C-section. Ended up having to have a C-section because his cord got wrapped around him.
Yeah, it happened to my little sister though.
Yeah.
I think it happens to a lot of people. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think it sound hella bad, but I don't think it's.
It wasn't,
as
but it
bad.
was just more so
Yeah.
looking at her like, damn, she getting her, because she wanted to do all natural and she was getting her
Yeah,
stomach
but now
cut.
she-
Yeah, no.
it's like,
Sometimes that's a
fuck.
risk. That's just a
It's life.
It's scary.
sacrifice you gotta make, man.
Yeah.
But you got your baby at 1 month old. Like the
Yeah.
fact that you have him like in here, she up in there too.
She did. They're here right
Oh, man,
now.
that's cool. You all right right now?
He's a breastfeeder. See, and honestly,
So are you breastfeeding?
no, I'm not. No, how the fuck am I breast? Oh, they got the pump. They do got the pump thing that you can pretend.
Well, no,
not
bro.
doing that. I'm not
Men
doing
can
that.
breastfeed though. That's
Come
an
on,
actual
Steph.
fact.
What?
That's a fact.
What?
That's a fact,
Come
bro.
on, bro.
First
I
off,
learned that
I'm not
I learned
getting
that at-
titties to
what's
get
what's the
breast.
teacher name?
Ain't
The tall
nobody.
one. Used to teach us San Leandro, the tall little black chick with a curly afro.
Oh,
Abundance.
Mr.
Abundance
Bundy.
told us that, bro. Forensic bio. Men
She
can
was
breastfeed.
wrong, my
Man,
nigga.
she
I'm
was-
sorry.
She was
What the
high.
fuck? I was gonna say she
Yeah,
was on
yeah.
drugs. What?
Yeah, I'm listening to
She
this
was
white.
off that
Yeah,
motherfucking
I'm
pure
listening to this
white
white
Hennessy.
man.
She
Yeah.
was on that.
But-
I'm listening to this white man. Men can't breastfeed. What the hell kind of shit I'm on?
Yeah, you do some do some research on that, but
What the fuck wrong with me, man?
I haven't spoken at large about my situation just because
It's your
figured-
business, bro. It's,
Yeah, it's my business,
Yeah.
but see, that's the thing. That's why I want to have this conversation about what it's like being a dad, because so many people feel like if you don't do it the way that we think you should do it, you're wrong.
Oh yeah.
And I've been experiencing that from families. Like motherfuckers is talking to me out of turn a little bit. Like the way like every time we try to have an honest conversation, you mentioned something earlier about like, damn dude, I kind of like I don't really want to be here, but now I gotta be here. And that like it for my interpretation of it was I didn't want a kid at all. I didn't, I'll be honest. But now that I got one, I got a kid.
Absolutely.
I have to be here. And I've dealt with, feelings of failure because I grew up in a single parent household essentially for the most part as well. My mother did remarry, but it was essentially just her raising me. And for me, going through that, it was always a matter of I don't want to go through this shit. This shit is dumb. There's too much bullshit that goes on in between the co-parenting. Often doesn't work. I'll be damned if I ever do it. And as of right now, I mean, it's not set in stone, but it's kind of close. That's kind of where it's headed.
Yeah.
And it does feel like a sense of failure, even though not necessarily. As long as you're there for the kid, I understand. It just feels like that. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? Don't continue to carry those spirits because realistically, I feel what you're saying, but times have changed. And so the model says you have to be married and that you go ahead and have children and then you live this happy fucking life. Well, that's a goddamn lie.
Yeah.
First off, we live in a society of divorce. We now live in a society with the baby mama era.
Yeah.
And it can be done. It absolutely can be done. Look at you. You're successful, man, and you were raised by who? One parent, right?
Hey, thank you. Don't nobody call me successful.
No, real talk, bro. Your mom, no, real talk.
Especially this podcast. Shit.
Your
Fuck
mom's was standing there and she looked at you and she said, "Oh no, I knew my son was gonna rise to the like." She's proud of you. You feel me? So it's like where you are.
She said that to you?
Nigga, yeah. She looked at it.
She was saying some bullshit to me
Like,
earlier.
no, bro, I'm telling you, she was like, "No, I knew my son was gonna be something." That wasn't even a question. So it's like, it can be done.
Yeah.
And a lot of older people, they have a mentality that says, nah, you're wrong for the way that you're doing it. It's different.
Yeah.
And a lot of humans, we're not accustomed to change.
Yes.
So we want things to be set and that's it. As soon as we get off of that path and start going some other way, people become afraid of that. And so that's why they feel like you're wrong. But that's not the truth.
Everybody has their own path.
Everybody's
story is
exactly,
different.
Exactly. And that's it can be done. Co-parenting, even if y'all living in the same place and y'all really not fucking with each other, you can raise a child in two different places.
Yeah.
You absolutely can.
See, and that's what I was listening to Hov the other day, bro. He said that line. He said, "In the future, other dudes playing football with your son." I was like,
oh yeah, no, that shit was.
Oh God,
he ain't had to say that.
Damn it, bro.
He ain't had to say that.
I don't want it. That's the type of shit I don't want to experience. But I have to prepare for whatever. Steph said earlier, you got to roll with the punches on this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just now. I'm controlling the narrative, if you really think. Which is why I decided, fuck it, we'll do a little rollout. I'll put it on the podcast so I can talk about it where I'm comfortable. Because I kid you not, this is a real situation. I lost a TV gig because I was uncomfortable speaking about the fact that I had a child on the way. It was Worst Cooks in America, and I'm gonna apply again. Y'all got me fucked up, but I had a
this nigga what they got me fucked up.
No, because they loved me upon my initial application. Then I had an interview with the boss lady. It was a white woman with a checkered shirt on, flannel shirt and shit. So she was kind of real. Gosh. She was kind of real liberal, a little too comfortable and shit. Like you ever go to an interview and then you're all professional and this motherfucker drops a F-bomb or shit. You're like, hold on, bro, wait. So can I do this too, or are you gonna judge me? And she just asked a simple question. She was like, "Oh, do you have any children?" And I was like, "Oh, I got one on the way." Because at the time I had one on the way. It was a few months out. And then she just kept fucking staying on that conversation. Yeah. Kept bringing up the child. And then I kept it real civil, cool. Just like, the situation's not the most ideal. We're figuring it out. And then she just kept saying like, "Oh yeah, your baby mama." Like the way she said it sounded like that. Like your baby mama. And I was very, like, I was enraged. I was just uncomfortable. I felt silenced. I felt like I couldn't say nothing because I'm trying to get on the show. But it just it felt different having a white woman calling the mother of my child my baby mama.
Yep.
I feel you with
it,
that.
It
That-
felt like
that
you
does
like
feel
you're
different.
laughing at me right now. You're trying to say
Right.
something to
It's
me.
a negative connotation to that
Yes,
term.
yes.
And I don't even call them. I call them that just to
As
because
jokes,
it's
you might do it
easy.
with them too. Yeah.
And just because it's easy for other people to understand. But when I really reference
the
them,
mother of my child.
those are the mother of my children.
Yes.
And you know, it has a whole lot more respect when you hear it that way.
Yeah.
And shout out to my baby mamas. You know, they're there. So
Yes.
it's like
Shout
I
out
feel like,
to the mother of my child as well. Shout out to all y'all, the mothers of your
Nah,
children.
relax.
They're very important.
Chill out.
You said, he said, "No, fuck."
bro, do you not fuck with her?
I know, she cool.
Hey, he got a court date coming up too. He don't want to get incriminated.
She's all right, man. She's a good lady.
But after that experience, I kind of really, I was already just being quiet about it, and even in telling family before, because it was just like, yo, I need to get a handle on this because people are gonna ask so many follow-up questions and I don't have the answers to them, and it's not gonna be good when I don't have the answers because I'm gonna lose my patience with being asked, well, how come you don't know shit like that? And after that experience, I really shut it down. I was like, okay, I'm not discussing this until I'm ready. Even like I had to tell my manager because I had to take days off, which in itself, bruh, being a father to a newborn is fucking terrible
It's
as
hard.
a man.
It's hard.
Cause well, yeah, I said a father, duh. But you know what I'm saying, like because the mother gets her time off, which she
Yep.
needs because her body, she needs that time off. But as a father,
Oh, God.
you be at the job, bro. I mean, just like you said, hating this shit. We can't wait to find something else. Can't wait to work for myself. And it'll be moments where I gotta look at a picture of my son or ask for a picture of my son to be sent to me, just to be like, yo, let me just like admire right for a second and get back to work after. And I can't take time off to be with him because I'm contracted job in the Bay Area. Contracted jobs are huge right now because you work for us, but you don't really work for us. So we can cut your ass off whenever the fuck we want,
Right.
and we're only paying you for 3 months. And we're gonna tell you, oh, you could possibly you can get full time after. A lot of times it doesn't happen, especially at the major companies. But with that, you don't get shit like PTO. You don't get shit like health insurance.
Yeah.
So in terms of taking time off to be with my newborn, I have to go through the state, and through the state, you have to be very strategic because that shit takes time.
Yeah.
You could go like a month without getting your fucking because you can take a paid leave, a family leave as a father, but that shit, the
I didn't
paperwork
know that
is forever.
shit. Cause there's like a reimbursement policy on that.
You
don't
did,
know.
yeah.
That was
And
a
see,
tough time.
but y'all went to
That
work,
was a
huh?
Very tough
Your
time.
baby's at
Absolutely.
man.
I promise you, at the time, I was just now starting for the post office.
Yes.
And sorry, federal government, but that is fucking slavery.
Yeah.
Starting for the post office is fucking slavery.
Mm.
I promise you, we worked 21 days in a row and then we would get 1 day off and then have to do it again.
Fuck.
So I tried to be there as best I could for my child, and I would do 14 days in a row, 11 days in a row, 10 days in a row. And that one off day I got, I would get my child.
Yeah.
And I would spend that time with her as best I could. And it caused a lot of hell and havoc because the mother of my child was,
Going through some things.
yeah, she was difficult.
Yeah.
She didn't like the fact that I had a girlfriend, all that other shit, whatever. But it was hard, like you're saying. I couldn't take time off.
Yeah.
I didn't have any time to fucking take.
Needed
But-
that money too.
Exactly. But it's like as soon as I got that day, I spent my rest day, my, get back to the grind day with my child. That was the day that I had. I may have seen my child once every 2 weeks when we first started this.
Yes.
So I feel you. That shit was hard. It's very tough.
Especially seeing it from a camera phone and shit. Like, damn,
Oh,
bro, I wish I was there right now.
Yeah.
Can you send me a video of him crying, of him
Mhm.
smiling? Let me, you know what I'm saying? How about with your situation? When
He
you
sent me a
first
video of
had
him
a child?
shitting on himself.
Not that one. I'm cool off that. I'm cool off that one.
Oh, man. No, I was gonna say, with your situation with like not wanting to talk about it, I feel you because like, especially with your situation, not wanting to talk about it, that's all understandable, and especially like being a new father. Congratulations again.
Thank you, man.
Congrats, bro. Congrats.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
But like when people know, when people see you with your kid and everything, you gonna want to talk about your kid, bro. Like people gonna congratulate you. People gonna want to say you're doing a good job
It's
and
gonna
all
be
type of shit like
gonna be a
that.
couple women whose DMs I was in that they're gonna have an attitude about it.
I mean, yeah,
Hey,
there's
hey,
No, it's the exact opposite. I'm sorry, I don't know what y'all been through, but having a child is a fucking chicken.
Hey,
magnet.
yo,
See,
I've
see,
heard
see,
being a
see,
single
see.
dad.
It's a chicken
He's talking about
magnet.
right now, though.
Yeah, see.
It takes
Hey.
time, though.
He said
Don't
you gotta
think
build
just
up to
now-
that.
No, right
I
off
ain't
the
gonna
top,
lie,
yeah.
Because 2013, I posted my, I ain't gonna lie, I just whoop on the gram, though. Like that same day he was born, whoop on the gram. Was me holding a nice little picture and shit, little caption,
See?
whatever. Motherfucking bitches, I was getting DMs and
Yes.
texts, like,
Really,
It
Steph?
works.
yeah.
Like,
I'm like, yeah, really, bitch. But,
It works.
hey man,
nah,
and see,
for real, though, it was crazy, bro. That shit, like I lost a lot of bitches at I had some hoes though. I lost a lot of good bitches though, bro.
Like, damn.
I lost this bitch.
Terrible.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It
Terrible.
was shit like not even recently though. Bitch, you had a baby on me. I'm like, bitch, I ain't no baby on shit.
but and bitches look at you having a baby like it's a disease. You like, damn, bitch.
Oh my
I only get them
God.
every other week. Like, what you mean?
I've never experienced that. I've never experienced
It's a lot of women now that you see, and I agree. Same with the turtleneck. I've never experienced no bullshit. But see, like,
Oh
no,
my God.
I've had some OGs telling me too, like, hey man, I'm telling you, one, hey, you go through Target with your kid.
Bruh,
Hey, I heard Target get the
Yes.
bitches, bro.
It's the thing what you being by yourself with your kid. When they
Right.
see you by yourself, they be
And-
like, wait, where your woman at?
In
He's a
Target?
good
Hold on.
father. He's a good. They start
You
rubbing
by
their nipples
yourself
and
with your
shit.
child right now?
Shout out to
Let me
Target.
get this
I'm on
nigga
my
some-
way.
I'm about to give this nigga a crumb of pussy real quick, because this nigga by himself holding it down as a
And he's not
dad.
at Walmart. He's shopping good for his
That's
kid.
horrible. I gotta be honest. I've never taken advantage of that.
But
I've
no,
never
yeah,
taken advantage of that.
you
like
have
I
to take
get
advantage.
looks, you get females, you get people like,
In
oh my
Target?
gosh, you're such a good father. I've never tried to hop on a female because like she showed interest because I was with my child or children. I've never taken advantage.
Steph, how about you?
What?
Have you
Have
taken
you-
advantage of the
Him and little man
the
be going to
newfound
the
clout that you've gotten from?
him and little man be at the
Oh,
mall.
you got
Yeah.
a daughter? Yeah, hook him up with my child.
Yeah, man, that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, my son just be pulling him though. Son just on his own though. He ain't doing it. But nah, just like when they see you like stepping up though to the plate.
Yeah.
Wipe his face for one time with a wet wipe.
When they see you step
Ooh.
up to the plate though, brother. They gonna get over that shit. though.
Especially being a
They gonna fuck
minority.
with it. Yeah, they gonna fuck with
Yeah.
it, though. When they see you like doing your thing though, taking care of your kids.
Yeah.
they be like, oh,
Because like you said on media, they
It's a solid
show
nigga traits, man.
minorities as like you're not there. They show us like
Yeah,
nah,
you was talking about the
you're
deadbeats.
not
Yeah,
supposed to
there's
be there.
deadbeats that
You're
are
black.
there.
Bro,
Come
and
on,
see, and I'm glad I got y'all here to converse with about this because I've had conversations with some people about it, and the conversations have immediately just turned into, like I mentioned earlier, oh man, oh well, you gotta be a man, take care, like talking to me like I'm a deadbeat. I'm like, yo, I kid you not. At one point, because my dad had posted some pictures, and I just hit him. I was like, hey pops, I'd appreciate it if you didn't post no pictures right now. I'm not posting no pictures. I'm still, and my whole mindset on it
still
is
adjusting to the whole idea.
that, and I'm still trying to get a hold on it.
Yeah.
Because once the conversation opens, it's a floodgate. There's gonna be a lot of shit that you're getting.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, yeah, I respect that. He said something about like, you gotta get over that. That's your son. And I'm looking, I'm like, motherfucker, what? Like, you not the one to be telling me this. You wasn't even there for me. That's all jokes. I love my dad. But when he said that, I was just like, bro, hold on. Y'all talking to me different right now.
That's
like,
old people shit though.
That's exactly
That's
what
all
it
that
is.
is. I'm like, motherfucker.
That's old people shit.
Listen, brother, just take delete the post.
exactly. And even my
Take it
mom,
down.
you know, my mom just
They not social media savvy, bro. So
Yeah.
like,
No,
they
yeah.
don't understand
Right.
like
what's going on.
That
for real.
lifestyle.
shit that they don't
yeah.
understand that with the shit. That the backfire that come with that though.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't. This
I don't-
shit is real.
I want to get a hold ahead of it first, and then I'll take it. As long as I'm ahead of it, I build my little moat. I'm good. And even with my mom, it's because like I was gonna ask y'all, how do y'all deal? This is something I'm struggling with now in terms of scheduling of seeing my child because the family loves the child. When do we get to see him? How come we can't see him every day? And it's like, yo, the mother of my child lives. She had to move out further because the rent is fucked up. She can only find Vallejo. She can only find a place
That's
in
not that
Vallejo.
bad. 'Cause
It's an hour away. It's
Not
tough,
that bad.
but
It's
it's just
like
like
30.
during
She got a
Drive
whip though?
through.
throughout.
Drive?
Yeah, no, she got a whip.
Okay, it's not that
But throughout the week, and she has another child. You know what I'm saying? So throughout the
Didn't
week,
know that.
doing
Okay.
what she has to do,
Yeah.
she's not gonna be able to be here every day. But
Yeah, that's
and everybody doesn't understand
Of
it,
course not.
and I gotta deal with how if we can't see him, whatever. And it's just like, yo, we don't move on your time. Did y'all deal with that with family? Like, how come we can't see him?
Absolutely.
And you're like, bro, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm trying to be on my side. I'm working on it.
Anytime I had a weekend day off, because like I said, I'm so serious. I had one day off like
Yeah.
sporadically. anytime I had a weekend off, I would try to schedule, for people to be like, oh, I'm finna have my daughter. If you want to come through, she gonna be here.
I'm working on that
day.
now. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna be here with me all day. So that was kind of something that was like, if you want to see her, we're here. Bring your ass here. Like I didn't have a car at the time, so it was like you got to come to me. But yeah, I definitely dealt with that. Everybody was like, oh, how's your daughter and everything. But I feel like people are understanding. Mm-hmm. And so it's like when you get those family members that want to see your daughter, yeah, they want to see your daughter, but realistically, they want to see pictures. Send them some pictures.
They want to see, and I be getting into it because it's like, bro, she's busy, I'm busy. Because I'm gone every day. I'm gone 20 hours a day. Mm-hmm. I'm only home for 4 hours, and that's to sleep. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I get that. So it's like, bro.
Send some pictures of your little son, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see him. And then at one time, once every 2-3 months, when you get the opportunity to show your son to him, you're like, come through, or I'm finna come through. Like, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. But you will have those people like, fuck you, Jose. You ain't never showed me your little nigga. Yeah. Like, but it is what it is. You gotta go with the punch.
Exactly. And I'm learning. Man, it's all new to me. Like I said, initially it was very rough. And it took me a minute just to even realize. Like, I'm still realizing now that I'm a dad. I'm still realizing now.
Bruh, like, it's gonna take like 6, maybe like it's gonna probably take you like the first birthday.
First birthday?
When the first birthday hit, you're gonna be like, damn, everybody's here, not even for me. Everybody's here for you right now.
Have you taken
That's what she told me. You're gonna become, his name's Ilani. You're gonna become Ilani's dad soon. You ain't gonna be Jose. You're gonna be Ilani's dad.
And then you gotta hear that type.
No, he's breastfed and whatnot, so it's just weird, and she's not popping yet.
So like the longest period of time, you haven't really had him for like a
we're all
by yourself.
The whole family's together.
When you should get that by yourself, which is also annoying because they're like, Jose, how come you don't talk to him? Like, bro, I'm trying to have a private conversation where y'all all looking at me and shit. Leave me alone. I'm not trying to talk to him in front of y'all.
That first day where you're like, okay, yep, I have him, and she might be going on vacation.
Y'all
or something,
be talking, and
that's gonna be the time you really bond with him.
You know what's crazy? So I tried to, throughout the pregnancy, I was trying to have moments where I would escape from it. Granted, I'll be honest, I really wished at times that, I wish I could run away. I don't want to deal with this, but I couldn't.
Absolutely.
I told myself from a young age I could never do some shit like that to a child because it's been done to me. But I would try to escape by going to the movies and shit, right? And so I would go, I went to multiple movies. In the movies, I always told myself, God, don't let me get away with nothing easy. He might save me from some shit, but don't let me get away with nothing easy. And it was multiple movies I went to where they had me so fucked up, starting with Creed 2, Michael B. Jordan. 30 minutes into the movie, this motherfucker has a kid. Yes. I'm like, bro, and then he had that moment
you mean just like at the time?
Yeah, where he was alone with his kid. He's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Then I went to go see Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian Rhapsody is a movie about Queen. And I didn't know I knew so much about them based on the music. But when I'm seeing it, I'm expecting, all right, I'm about to go see some dope music scenes, a little bit of gay shit, and then some music. But even in the midst of all the gay shit, fucking Freddie Mercury, he loves his old wife. He tries to get back with her. This bitch is pregnant. I'm like, bruh. I look up, I'm like, yo. And then the next one I go see, this one's in the title, A Star is Born. I'm like, ain't this about a...
Did they have a child to see that movie?
They didn't have a child.
Okay.
Just the fact that Born was in it. Yeah, I love the movie, but I felt some type of way.
That's what, like you said, that's when God is throwing signs at you.
You know what the funniest shit about this all? Because y'all know I do stand-up comedy and whatnot. The due date for my child was the funniest shit of this all. So I'm going through it. I'm not really, I'm not really prepared for it. I had another situation that I was dealing with prior to getting the mother of my child pregnant. And shit happens, right? Due date. The due date of my child was April fucking Fool's Day. Yeah. April 1st. As a comedian, to have your child due on April Fool's Day, when I found that out, bro, I looked up to the sky. I said, "You're a funny guy, man." I shit you not. Looked up.
This is a joke to you, huh? This is a joke? This is a joke.
He was born April 2nd, so he's a little late.
Okay, cool. But he's still there.
April 1st. I was like, man. And, there was... there was some questions like, yo, is it mine? Just because I was tripping in my mind, just because I was out here. I thought I was King Dingaling, and it was known that I thought I was King Dingaling. So the fact that I was keeping the chat with the turtleneck, you know what I'm saying? Keep it warm.
Let's not forget.
Y'all keep playing, but you know what I'm saying? You ever had a bitch act up? Y'all ain't got an uncircumcised penis. No. But when a bitch act up, you just roll your shit up and leave like, all right, bitch, come on.
Oh.
Hey, let me pack.
Oh my God.
Let me pack my shit up and go.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
He packed my shit up.
That is the nastiest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Bitch, you
bro.
said what?
Hey, bro, this bitch
I'm
back
out.
up in here.
Hey, put my sleeping bag
Ugh,
away.
bro, you know I don't fuck with him, but it reminds me of a dog's penis.
Oh, well, I don't look at dogs' penises.
It's like playing peekaboo. No, it scared the shit out of me. I don't look at dogs' penises.
But you
You
seen
gotta be
one?
fucked up.
You
But,
seen the pit bull with
but
the
I saw when he
Chihuahua
got
with the pink
excited
thing?
one
Yeah.
time. It was scary. That's what uncircumcised dicks remind me of, and it's nasty.
Watch that. I kid you not. Watch that Netflix documentary. Honestly, I still ain't even finished it because I've been busy. But there's a lot of interesting shit in you that get you thinking because there were people who were like, they felt violated by their parents because they chose to do that without their permission. And there's people who try to grow it back.
What? How the
Bro,
fuck? Like,
I've talked about this on the show. We gotta move, but
oh, yeah, cool.
we talk about it off camera. But y'all dropping mic and shit.
Y'all broke some shit.
Huh? What?
It's funny
What?
though
Y'all was talking about
because
some shit?
what I was getting at is, although I was questioning, I was like, yo, why would you keep this if we're not together, we're not financially and shit like that. And then I was like, man, should I get a test? When he came out, one of the first things I noticed, I was like, all right, maybe he is mine. Hey, this motherfucker came out with like 4 inches of dick. I was like, hey, boy.
No,
I was like, hey, let it be known then, son. Okay, this motherfucker came out. Hey,
with a burrito.
hey, my next generation is gonna be solid, bro.
Hey, he a real Mexican. Though.
But I be changing. Sometimes when I change them, I'm like, hey, man, put that away. Come on, what you doing?
This is a real Mexican house right here.
Low rider rules.
Low rider shine with no low rider though.
Hey.
Did y'all
That's
get the DNA?
that's
test?
my
Mexican shit.
stepdad.
You got the DNA?
I have not done that.
Okay.
I have not. I have
plan
not.
on it?
That motherfucker look like you.
It's
Is that too
I-
personal?
I
If
am-
it's too personal, don't answer. I'm
it's
just
we
curious.
talk more off camera on it.
Respect.
I am seeing more resemblance in me though, for sure.
So look.
Yeah, bro,
look-
it's-
and look Pakistani.
For sure,
No,
when
watch out, watch
Cause
out.
you don't even look Mexican.
What's
you look,
hey,
you look Middle Eastern.
Hey,
though,
you gonna have to come a little more original, Steph. Come a little more original.
Motherfucker, I originate
I
shit,
have
though.
my own jokes, but you didn't originate
I've been saying
shit.
that shit to you, motherfucker.
Hey, this motherfucker
Half
told me.
gag,
This
nigga.
motherfucker told me in high school. Hey, I made you, and I looked at him and I said, okay, so make another hosey. You feel me? Get the fuck out of here,
Motherfucker
man.
looks Pakistani.
Make another one. That's a bad joke. You got me.
Joke, motherfucker, you look like
You got me and the high chief fucked up. That's my kid. Ailani is a Hawaiian name.
Native American.
His mother chose it.
I like that name.
And I didn't like it at first. I thought it was a dumbass name. I mean, I was like, why would you choose this?
It lightweight
And-
sound like a female name.
Ailani.
Did you have a name? Did you have a say so in the name?
I had a little bit. She wanted.
Or you were just kind of like so like detached from the
No,
idea
it
of
wasn't
situation?
detached. It was just I didn't know what name to choose because I was still dumbfounded by the fact
That's
that I
what
was
I'm saying.
having
You
a
were
kid.
detached from the idea of the whole situation.
Yeah, and then it was she wanted her first child. Her name starts with an A. The mother of my child, her name starts with an A. She's like, my kids, their name starts with an A. I was like, oh my God,
I get
whatever.
that.
But then I told her, I said, you know what? Because her first child,
Junior though, huh?
I'm a junior. I didn't want to do a third. That's
You want-
true. I don't like the third. No disrespect if y'all are thirds. I just don't like the third.
I'm on in a second.
There you go.
Continue.
But her first child was born in August, and before my kid was born, I was like, yo, if your first kid's name starts with an A, it was born in the month that starts with an A, your name starts with an A, you want my kid's name to start with an A. If this motherfucker is born in a month that starts with an A, you're a goddamn witch. And I'm done fucking. You disgust me. How did you make this? How'd you make this happen? Hey, sure enough, man, the witch doctor got me.
The witch doctor.
April 2nd, Ailani.
It is what it is.
And it is dope though. It means high chief in Hawaiian, so I fuck with that.
nice.
I'm raising the high chief.
It's Hawaiian.
It's a Hawaiian name. Yeah.
Middle name?
You'll be in Hawaiian.
I'm Hawaiian.
You're what?
I'm Hawaiian and Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican, Hawaiian, and Mexican.
You're a fucking liar.
I'm serious.
That's what that all mixed
Hey,
right. That all.
hey, we come-
all right,
together.
let's get
This,
right.
hey, this is limited edition, bro. Limited edition. You feel me?
Middle name?
The middle name is both of our grandmother's last names. So Santiago, and then her grandmother of Creole descent, Ruzon, and then my last name Contreras.
Nice.
So long as your last
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
Nice.
man.
That's really cool.
And it's crazy too, because apparently in my family I had a great grandfather who went by High Chief Santiago. I didn't know that.
That's hella tight.
And
She's a witch.
see what I'm saying? High Chief Santiago, and this motherfucker was born. Is somebody playing Slim Shady
Fucking
right now?
Eminem, bro.
That Mexican low
Bro, that's my mom. Can y'all hear that? Is that fucking up? Hey, oh well, we got music in here.
Bounce it up.
They don't turn that shit down, man.
You did say you had some white neighbors, which is funny.
No, that's my mom, I think,
That's
bro.
mom's?
I don't know why they
Mom's
listen
pulled
to that
up
right
like,
now.
hey,
I
what's
think
happening?
she's trying to tell you she wants to be in another episode, dog.
No, she doesn't have Apple Music, and she's
"All
playing
right, bro,
CDs.
lights off."
She's playing old shit, but
She's like, lights off, motherfucker.
yeah, man. Well, we're at like an hour. We're past an hour, huh? Where we at?
Really?
I don't know. Is it- Okay, cool. We'll get ready to wrap it up. In terms of, I thank y'all, man. I've been picking y'all brains apart. I've been picking a lot of people's brains apart, man. It was crazy because my little brother, we had an event for him, and one of his school friends was there. His dad was there. His dad, I didn't know the friend. I didn't know his dad. His dad was also a single dad.
Yeah.
Going through a situation similar to mine, older than all of us, in his like late 30s or so. And I was chopping it up with him, just talking about everything that I was dealing with. And I was like, man, bro, like, thank you for dropping these gems on me. Definitely put some perspective. And all the fathers that I've been picking their brains just to see like what to look forward to. How did y'all deal with X, Y, and Z? How did y'all go about this? And it's crazy too, because like I said, this wasn't necessarily the planned cast altogether. And the fact that you guys are all fathers who are in situations that I may be heading towards. So I appreciate all your insight, man. And I would love any continued that y'all give. One question I do want to ask, because this is something that I've thought about too. I do have to think about it. Baby, to answer your question earlier, Steph, the mother of my child is black.
Okay.
Hey man, all my women have been black, man. Y'all,
Your son's gonna be taken very well.
Oh yes,
No matter what.
Ain't nothing like
she's
a
a
black
great
woman,
mom.
my nigga.
She's a great mom. Her family is great. I have faith that they'll be. Her daughter right now is raised
black
well.
love is real. It's a different type of
Man,
love, man.
how do y'all, being that y'all are fathers of young black children in America, Steph, you with a son, y'all with daughters. These are both two different struggles, but they're struggles nonetheless. At what point did y'all start to, if you have, or what point will you start to open their eyes to the realities of what the world is in store for them as black individuals?
Man, it's based on probably preference. There's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
To that whole like.
There he goes, right there. You hear him?
Yeah, I hear that. There's probably no right or wrong answer to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just remember when I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, man, my dad would make me fucking read all these books, man. These old Black history books, though. I'm talking about out loud for like an hour every night, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
respect to that. That's what's
books,
up.
though. You know what I'm saying? That made me aware, like shit that I remember to this day. You know what I'm saying? Did I like think of it that deep at that age? Nah, but like as I got older, it kind of like I remember. So you want to introduce your kids to that shit at an early age, I think. Just like anything else you want to be successful at, you introduce them to it at an early age. Whether it's like sports or, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have your kid playing. Like a dad who wants a kid to be good at sports, you're going to have him playing like 7 years old, 8 years old.
Even before that.
Even before that. So with that shit, I think that's more important for the awareness of what's going on in society today. Make that shit aware. Make that shit a focal point at an early age, man. Not like too extreme, but to a point where it's just enough for them to understand.
Yeah.
Each step, each year, you know what I'm saying? So life experiences, school, friends, family, shit they see on TV, you know what I'm saying? They'll be able to grasp an opinion about that shit and be able to understand what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Along with your constant teaching as a father.
Yeah.
I'm going to just piggyback off what he's saying, just based off age and everything. You can't just jump them into it and everything. So it's going to take time, but, you know, work their way into it. Let them know, like, you are a black person in this world. So you got to be more careful than your white friends or anything. But, you know, still don't be like, you can have white friends, you can have black friends and all that. So, but when it comes to these white men, you got to be careful.
And you like not being black though?
That's another thing I thought about. I'm gonna have to bring friends in to talk about with my kid.
Not being black, but your kid being black, you're gonna have to educate yourself on.
I think there's some shit. The way I thought about it too, because I've already talked to some of my boys. There's going to be some conversations that I may not even be able to. Because I understand, I think I understand a good amount of what I can being not black.
Well, I mean, like, you more darker skin.
I'm Afghan. Yeah.
Not like you look more like you more towards, you know.
Yeah.
And his mom is black. He's gonna be most likely look more black. You know what I'm saying? You know,
The motherfucker look like El DeBarge
you don't
right
look
now.
white. You don't look white though.
This nigga got the rolls for his son.
But you know, like he gonna have black features.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So that's what motherfuckers see, regardless of you. You
All the
light
time.
than a motherfucker. You got some black features, though. They gonna identify you technically as a nigga. That's what they gonna identify you as. So you possibly want to educate yourself on the possible struggles and you feel me, like conflicts that he may go through, and that's your son, though. So that should be your first priority.
You know what's crazy too? It got to the point when I didn't find out till the baby shower. Actually, I found out a little before the baby shower because my sister and my mom fucked up and told me. But I got to a point where I was almost hoping for a daughter. And growing up, I was like, I don't want to have a daughter. That's too difficult. That's scary. I got to deal with all kinds. You know, she can get pregnant. Men could take advantage. All kinds of shit. And then when it came down to I'm actually having a kid, I started thinking like, yo, if I got to be quite frank, I'm a little afraid to have a man. To have a young man, because I'm still learning how to be a man, and now I got to raise a man.
That's cool.
And and that's why I said God don't let me get away with nothing easy, because it's like, no, that's the challenge for you.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've chastised all the men in my life, and I felt like they could have done better. And I was like, all right, let's see you do it then. That's
Ain't nothing wrong with that though. So like you said you growing, you still figuring it out. He gonna help you figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? So you're becoming a man yourself. You've been a teenager. You've been a young kid.
Yeah.
You know all this.
I can run him through that while I'm learning the rest. Yeah.
And he's gonna learn from you though. So like, shit, I seen my dad do as a kid, teenager. I pick up and do the same type of things versus with a daughter where he seen his mom do, his dad do. Like you just take shit that you learn from experience, and that's just all it is. You never gonna stop learning as a human, regardless.
You shouldn't. Yeah. If you do, then you lost.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's no like, and nothing to be scared of or to be fearful of. Like, you don't stop at all, bro. Don't be smooth, bro. Don't think too hard on it, man. That shit ain't too hard. It's not like this motherfucker's like a glass bottle. If you drop it, it's gonna break.
They're hella small though when they come. I'll be scared, boy.
Like, as far as growing up, it's all trial and error, bro. Like you gonna make mistakes as a parent,
right? Because they gonna make mistakes.
Yeah, so
you gotta correct them on their mistakes.
Life is a learning experience the whole way through, anyway. You could be 95 and learn some new shit. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't never nothing to be worried about, bro. You gonna be A1. Be confident in the situation, in every like situation that you in regarding your child, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Y'all got any last thoughts in regards to that? Anything?
That nigga's supposed to.
All right, we'll end it on a light note. For one, where can we find y'all at? Social media handles, if you want to be found. If you don't, that's fine. Nowhere, that's fine.
They can find me at the house. I told you.
Or delivering mail.
Right. I be in Hayward.
Young Carl Malone, the mailman over here.
You fucking go for that shit.
Hey, you should show up with a Carl Malone jersey to work one day. Like, fuck it.
They won't get it.
I'm the mailman.
Nobody will get it.
Fucking, I think my IG is Caleb Savage Love.
No, you better do better than think. You better.
Bro, my IG and my Snapchat are two different things.
Well, you stupid, nigga. It should be the same.
It should be the same, but niggas be taking names, so I'll be like,
that's hella
funny. K Savage Love?
Yeah, I think it's K Savage Love.
Kyle
Snap
Love is his name.
Snap is K Love 923.
Or you can find him in Target.
I'm in Target.
With his daughter.
With my daughter looking for him. We're on the search, you know what I'm saying?
Target, bro. What about you, Steph?
Steph, you up on the ground, man.
Sit.
3 U's, man.
There you go. And what? Hey,
3 U's.
Yeah, it ain't the 3 U's you ain't found.
4 U's, 5 U's, it ain't 2 U's, 1 U, 3 U's, man. Steph, you up.
I'll end it on a light note. What is ended on this? I had a conversation earlier. Do you think Goofy was a white dad? What was Goofy to y'all?
Goofy was definitely a white dad.
You think he was a white dad?
Who are we talking about?
Like actual
Disney,
Goofy.
from Disney.
Goofy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I thought he had a little too much swag to be white.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go.
His name is Goofy.
Right.
We don't do shit that's goofy, bro.
But look at Max though. You think Max was white?
Black.
No, he was a white dad because he.
No.
So you
His mama
think
black? Max mama is
So you
black.
think that's exactly what the person was telling me? It said Goofy was white and the mom was black.
That dude he was hanging with.
He was a homie. He was a
Y'all
black
niggas
dude.
His party was
stupid as
black.
fuck.
Uncle was black, mama was black, and they ain't never showed mama. They try to fight. You know how they try to fight.
Oh,
Because
my
Max was hella like,
But
Max was
Goofy-
hella bad.
Goofy had a black girl in the college
Yes,
one,
he liked
black
but she was
women. He
light
liked black
skinned though
women.
too.
She was
so
light
it could have
skinned.
been
She
She
white.
was the baddest animated
was. She was
motherfucker I've
fine.
ever seen in my
I'm
life.
a mind fuck
No,
y'all
and,
right quick.
and Max's bitch was bad too.
No,
This
she
guy.
was not as bad as this one.
No, yeah,
I'm a
you
mind
I don't
fuck
know
you
what
just
she
because you
was.
brought up motherfucking Goofy. You know Goofy is a cow.
You a goddamn
What?
lie.
Goofy is a what?
I was just
Goofy is
about
a
to say,
cow.
I don't know what any of those animals are.
Yeah,
To be
yeah.
Goofy
honest.
is not a
He's
because
a
he did
cow.
have that cow woman back in the day in the 50s. That's his partner.
He's supposed to be I know he
He's a
looked like a
cow?
dog. He's
Hell
a cow.
no, bro. You
No,
gonna
because
do
Max
that
is a
shit.
dog.
Nope.
Is Goofy a cow? No,
Goofy's
maybe.
not a
It's
fucking
got to act
cow.
every.
Is Goofy a cow?
Hey, listen,
Goofy is a cow, bro.
Goofy is white though, bro. He true.
I'm gonna have to say Goofy is white. I will agree.
His mama
Goofy is
black.
white.
We gonna say the
Mama black, because that nigga has some swag to it.
And Uncle was black. His partner, the fat dude, the fat.
Yeah, fat
The
homie.
one that
That's
with the little
crazy.
barbecue.
Pete, yeah,
He's
the
black.
mean one.
The nigga love hanging around. You know, let's get some swag from the brother.
But Goofy has some rhythm though in the college movie.
He like
No, he
black
didn't.
women. No, he had
No,
Yeah,
in the
he-
college
he
movie?
didn't,
In the college
He
movie?
just had the
Just
fro
spinning
on.
and shit,
No,
right?
no. You had to think about you got to think about the '70s part when he started
That's what
dancing.
I'm
Stuff.
saying. I thought he had
had
the
some.
rhythm.
He had some moves to
All right,
it.
well,
at
hey,
that
we'll
part.
figure that out. Hey, this has been another episode.
He's a
episode
dog,
6.
bro. He's a dog.
Thank
He's
you.
a
Oh, you-
cow.
Hey
I just
Siri,
looked it up, motherfucker.
I'm telling you, bro.
What
he
is
look
Goo-
like
what
he
type
look
of
like-
animal
How the fuck
is
you get a
Goofy?
cow? I just looked it up.
Yeah, yeah. You gonna be mad when you find out
If
he's
you
a
don't
cow.
end this fucking show, ain't nobody gonna last this long.
A dog with human features.
And typically wears a turtleneck. Hey, my man.
However,
Hey, mother.
Subliminal message, huh?
Hold on.
fuck you, Jose.
What the fuck? Originally known as Dippy Dog. He's a dog.
Oh,
They said
Dog spelled
I'm glad
D-A-W-G.
he's not a cow.
So he liked Hennessy.
D-A-W-G.
D-A-W-G.
Hey, Black Tennessee.
Hey man, my name is Jose Contreras. These are my friends. Thank y'all for tuning in. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers watching this.
All the
This has
real
been the
niggas.
best episode we've
Yes,
had
yes.
so far, and I appreciate y'all for that, man.
appreciate you for having us, dog.
Hey, man, love y'all. Thank you.
appreciate it, dog.